The officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
JNC from Sportbox TV. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share the vid. Today we have a very special guest, Brian Norman Jr. What's going on, my brother? How are you?
What's good with your boss, man? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? Yo, dude, it's an honor, man. When I saw you at OTX, when I saw you in Georgia at OTX, I was like, man, I wanted to try to talk to you there, but I knew that you were with, you were working the crowd, working with people. So, I just saw like how everybody reacted to you, and dude, you're a star. You're a star, man.
Yeah. I believe it or not, I still don't feel it. I don't like, how people talk of like people say what you just said right there. I still don't feel it for real. I still feel like, a little beefer down the street, stuff like that. But anybody come up and conversate, I'm gonna conversate back.
Yeah, so it hasn't like kicked in yet. It hasn't like settled in that like.
Nah.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
You got outside of Georgia, everybody talking about it. You know what I mean? Like there's so many matchups, and even in Georgia too. I know that's something that Georgia's proud about, because you got to be what? You got to be the youngest. Are you the youngest champion?
Yeah, I am.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man. Yo, you see, like I've watched some of your interviews, and I could tell how humble you are and how you like. It kind of, I could kind of tell it didn't kick in yet. Like you're the man, bro. You're the man for real, bro.
I mean, I gotta say, my dad is the man. He the one who raised me to be this person. So I gotta give props to him.
All praises to your pops. I love father and son teams. Where did all of this begin? What age did you start boxing?
I started at 7, and once again, it was a father-son duo from the beginning. My daddy was the fighter at first. He is the original, the assassin. Brian the assassin. He is the original. And then he had vertigo, so he had lose his balance simply by just walking or even just sitting still. So of course in the boxing ring, losing your balance, it don't look good. So his body literally couldn't fight no more physically. So he retired. I want to be just like him. Now here we are. I'm doing the exact same thing he was doing, but now I got him to begin with.
Man, how does it feel? So you went from 7 years old, you were fighting in tournaments, right? Then we got to the amateurs. At what age did you feel like you really took it serious? Like it wasn't like just like a sport that you were playing as a kid.
So really, at first, like you said, it was just for fun, something to do. Like how some kids play football, basketball, baseball, whatever it may be. Boxing was my fun thing to do. So that's how it was at first. And then I actually tried football before, but it didn't call me like boxing did. Like even when I was just having fun with it, I would just come right back to boxing. Then like around 13, 14, that's when I said, okay, I want to be a champion one day. Like this is my thing. This is what I do. For some reason, I think about boxing all day long. For some reason, I watch boxing all day. So
me too, bro. Me too.
Yeah. So like I must be a boxer when I grow up. It's just in my system. It's calling me too heavy. So I'm gonna say around 13, 14, that's when I started taking it serious. And then that's when the national tournaments and things of that started coming in, to going out to fight, going out to spar, things of that nature.
Yeah, okay. And okay, so 13, 14 years old. And amateur, how many fights did you have? Maybe
over 150. I know that for a fact. But I know for a fact, over 150, but I know for a fact I got 22 losses. I do know that.
Oh, I think I was looking at I think on BoxRec, they never list everything actually.
No, because they just started that amateur boxing stuff on BoxRec, so they probably got like my last year as a pro amateur.
When did you turn pro? At 17, was it?
Yeah, 17, January 20th, 2018. I was still 17 years old. I believe my first fight was in Houston, and then after that, I was going to Mexico pretty much every month.
Wow. And what was the experience? What was the major difference between the amateurs and when you turned pro? I mean, you know, in Mexico, it's still building. But what was the major difference for you? Was it more like discipline wise, or was it more like you tell me?
So in the beginning, it really was no difference. 'Cause you know it's only 4 rounders if it does go the
Yeah,
distance anyway. So just
yeah,
one more extra round, that's nothing. So in the
right,
beginning, it wasn't no difference at all. But even 6 rounds to me is still the same thing. But 8 to 10s and finally I just had a 12. That's when it's like, okay, let me start laying groundwork in the first few rounds and stuff like that. But in the beginning, it was I'm just trying to go all out from round 1 to round 6 or 1 to 4, whatever it may be. Um, but really, the main thing is with amateur boxing, it's just more consistent. Like, for example, a tournament. If the tournament is, let's say, a week long, I'm fighting all 7 days, whatever the case
right.
may be. So, believe it or not, I miss the amateurs because you can
See,
just stay active. Like, once again, why did we join this sport? So we can throw hands, put the dukes up, and let's squabble it out. So,
yeah,
um, actually, I love the amateurs even more because of that.
yeah. You know, talking about activity. So now that Top Rank, I mean, so Top Rank, you've had about 4 or 5 fights with them, right? Since you
Yeah,
signed with
around
Top Rank.
4 or 5. Yeah.
What was that call like when you got called for Top Rank and you were getting signed? Like, did
Finally.
that change your life?
Yeah, it definitely changed my life, but even still, you had to stay down and stay working
Yeah,
because there's no such thing as an overnight success. It's just somebody who was working in the background. They just didn't have the exposure just yet. So
exactly.
when I finally got that call about Top Rank looking at me, they think about signing me. Let's start going into negotiations. At first, it was surreal, and then after a while, I started settling in. So it was like, all right, you got to tighten up on this, tighten up on that, fully become a pro. Because at first, I was just trying to take heads off from, like I
Yeah,
said, from round 1 to whenever. Like, forget the game plan. My game plan is knocking you out. That's it. So
yeah,
now I actually calmed down. I got people on TV watching me. So y'all know you just go out there throwing punches, you're gonna look retarded. So
yeah, yeah.
now, I take my time, but at the same time, I'm still pressing the issue. So it's a thought behind what I do now.
So is it like when you signed with Top Rank, did that flip a switch to you becoming more disciplined? Would you say? Because I think you're super disciplined from what I've heard in interviews.
Yeah, I think so. I'm already disciplined as is. That's just me being raised by my dad. That's just what he do. He
Yeah,
taught me a lot of discipline. 'Cause, discipline is the key. No matter what you do, discipline and consistency. You may not feel like doing something, but you got to do it anyway. You get what I'm saying? Let's say people who are parents or fathers, you
yep,
can't take the day off. You can't take the day off of being a parent, no matter how
yeah. That's
bad
true.
you may feel. You still got
Absolutely.
to step up. My baby need me. Let me go do what my baby need. You feel me? So it's the
Yep.
same thing with this. It's all about how much you care about it. You care about your kids that much, you're gonna get up. You care about boxing that much, you're gonna get up. So discipline was always instilled in me.
Okay. And that's
Mm,
along with discipline. So you're fighting at 147. Um,
mm.
are you usually right around that weight, or do you like you don't have to worry about like cutting too much, right? I kind of
Nah,
I looked at your weight when you were walking around.
nah, I ain't gotta worry about cutting weight for real, but still, I want to walk around pretty much on weight, like probably 150. I go to the bathroom real quick, 147. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm working towards right now. So my next fight can be even easier. I come in fully refreshed, fully cool. It's just like I just woke up, everything good. But for the most part, right now, I'm at 160, 13 pounds. That's nothing. So I ain't got to stress about making weight at all.
So right now, you've been an underdog for a while. Does it
Hmm.
feel different to now be the targeted person as opposed to being an underdog, depending on who your next fight is, which we'll get into, of course. But
Hmm.
how did it feel to be the underdog, such a big underdog, and make that noise against Santilan?
So actually, even in the amateurs, I was always an underdog as well. Right here in my own city as well. I'm always looked at as the underdog, the outcast, that little quiet dude in the corner. Just when I was the underdog for that fight, I actually felt at home.
Oh,
now,
okay.
so now I want to go to every fight the exact same way. Everybody against me, everybody want me to lose because I love having that chip on my shoulder. I don't know how to explain it, but every time
It
it's
fuels you.
always yeah, it's always me and my daddy versus everybody. It always been like that, even in the gym, sparring, whatever it may be. It's always me and him versus everybody. So now I'm just doing it on the big stage. It's the exact same thing though. Everybody against us, but we doing the exact same thing, knocking heads off. So um, I like being the underdog better.
When you went into that fight, did you feel that you were the underdog in your heart, or you felt like you were the favorite? You had to feel like you were the favorite, right? After that performance, it was unbelievable.
Regarding myself, I'm the baddest man in the world. That's how I feel about
Yeah,
myself. That's what I know.
damn
So
right, man.
forget what
Yeah,
everybody.
that's, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, forget what everybody. That's another reason why I like being the underdog. I just like making people mad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just fun. It's the fact that
Oh,
y'all thought y'all boy was bad like that. You get what I'm saying? So even when I posed on dude, Giovanni, he good people, he cool people. That was not for him. It was for everybody out there in the crowd booing me, calling me the N-word, stuff like that. So now I
was
knocked
it
your
was
boy
it
out.
like that in the crowd? Was it like that in the crowd? Like
Yes.
how was it hostile in the crowd?
It was very hostile. We was not welcome. So since
That's
y'all want to
crazy.
be, I'm a very petty individual as well. So since y'all want to
Yeah,
talk crazy to me, I'm finna talk crazy to y'all. So that's why all the taunting I was doing, that's really not me. That's really not my character. My character is not people that go back to the crib. My daddy, he do
yeah.
all the talking and stuff like that. So, but that night I had my daddy energy in me.
You know, I didn't even feel like that was like a bad taunt or like when you posed after the knockout. I felt like you were more like admiring your work. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
look, this look at what I did right here in front of you know what I mean? Like just take a
Yeah.
second and just kneel down and like, yeah, I see I broke his
I
nose right
did
there. I
that. I did that way.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. That's what I felt like. I felt like it was an admiration of your work, man. Because, and I dude, that was a great performance, man. I got to give you that was crazy,
Thank you, thank
crazy.
you, thank you.
Do you feel like that was your best performance year to date? I mean, yeah, you tell me. How did you feel in the ring? Did you feel like it was your best work, or you still have more to show?
Looking back on it, I say looking at all my pro fights, of course it was my best performance, but even still when I look at it, I see too many holes that I need to improve on and stuff like that. So um I'm never satisfied. That's my thing. That's a good thing about me as well. But it's still stuff I need to work on. So that's what I'm currently doing right now. I want to make sure, okay, I won that. I did my whole thing. Congratulations, you the champ. Okay, but now you got to defend that belt. So you got to
Yeah,
keep getting better and better and better. Everybody talking to you, so they looking at all your flaws, not all the good, all the bad. What can they exploit? I want to be literally perfect. Of course, we can't be perfect, but I want to be the closest thing to it.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, one lesson that I know that you probably tightened up on was from your fight before with Boca Chica.
Yeah,
And even though it ended in a no contest, I'm sure that you've never been knocked down before, right? Before that,
ever, ever.
how did that? How did that make you feel when did it fuel you and what did you learn from that? I think it was like an overhand right that you were trying to throw in
Yeah,
that.
overhand right. So what I learned from it is first thing first, keep your hands up. But
Yeah. Of
but
course, yeah,
besides
that's it.
that was I came in, I ain't gonna say overconfident. I came in, forget confident, I came in cocky. That's when my hand was so low, I was just walking him down too aggressive, not taking my time, all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. I was overlooking him because I was already like, I know sooner or later I'm finna fight Giovanni. So I wasn't even looking at him, I
yep.
was looking at Giovanni already. So as soon as I had got knocked
Oh wow.
down, we already practiced this as well. My daddy instilled to me as well. Take your time, don't rush to get up, don't jump up,
Yeah,
you get mad. When you get dropped, you get mad or whatever. So you want to get back up and get back active. No, relax. You're gonna get it back. Just take your
take it
time.
slow. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
take your
Take it slow.
time. You ain't gotta get it back right now. You got a whole lot of time to get it back. So he
Yeah,
told me to take a deep breath, relax. Um, and just keep your hands up, wait the clock out, and wait for the round to get over. We had came back to the corner. He was actually laughing because he seen that everything he said. Of course, you can tell somebody to do something, but when times get hard, some people don't do it. So he's
yeah,
saying it
yeah,
all. Actually listen to what he was saying. Take my time, get up slow, wait for the clock to end, stuff like that. And he was just laughing. He was proud of me. Then he said, "Boy, all
yeah.
right, now keep your hand up, go back out there, do your thing, box, stick and move or whatever. Go and get that back." So that's what I was trying to do. Came back, steady mind state. I really wasn't hurt for real. It was just a flash knockdown for being
Yeah, flash
stupid.
knockdown.
Yeah. But lesson learned, lesson learned. Actually, I needed that because it did spark me big time because of course right after that Giovanni came in. I got cut with the elbow and all that kind of stuff. And Giovanni came in like right after that. So his hometown, all that kind of stuff. So I just got dropped my last fight, everybody against me. This is what I need. Now I'm back home. Everybody saying I'm
Yeah.
trash or whatever. Oh, here we go. Here we
Oh
go.
man.
We back home again. This is my playground. I like being in the fire. That's my whole thing.
Yeah. So it made you back to being like. So you said you were a little cocky. You overlooked him, but this kind
Yeah.
of now made you tighten up. And when you went into the Santillan fight, you didn't underestimate him, right? But you were
Not at
confident.
all.
You were confident in your own
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah,
How
I
did
was
how
actually
did
go ahead. I
no no
was
no?
actually confident instead of cocky with Giovanni. So that was the good thing. I was where my mind state should be at. Still on point, still doing your thing, not just I'm finna beat you up just because I'm Brian Norman. No, I'm finna beat you up because I worked my butt off. I prepared strictly for you. I did
Yep.
everything right. You get what I'm saying? I ate right, I trained right, I got all my runs in, literally everything possible. So I know for a fact, if I do everything possible, you are not as disciplined as me, you're not as consistent as me. And
Mhm.
also, no matter what, you don't work as hard as me. You get what I'm saying? So I just
Yeah, I
feel
get
like
you.
I feel like my max is better than anybody else's max. No matter what they got, I know I got more. That's how I feel about myself.
So if you didn't get knocked
Yeah.
down, do you feel like training would have been different for Giovanni? Like maybe your confidence would have been so skyrocketed or something?
Yeah, I think my mind state, of course I can't help but work hard. So I'm still work hard, but it's also not physical. You get what I'm saying? It's also mental. 'Cause even for
Yep.
the Boca Chica fight, I worked my butt off. It was just if your mind not in the right place, you
Yeah.
can't do what you're supposed to do. So I believe that knockdown definitely did help me out. I was still gonna train hard, just as hard as stuff like this, a championship fight. No matter what, I'm gonna give it everything I got. So regarding that, yes, but it's all about that mental state. I probably came into the Giovanni fight thinking the same thing. As soon as I touch you, you gonna drop, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think I definitely needed that knockdown. I needed that for a fact.
That's good. It almost seems like wins make you more hungry. Do you feel more hungry? Because sometimes when people win, it might be taken not necessarily taken for granted, but a little more laid back. Like, okay, you know what? Now
Mhm.
I'm the hunted. But for you, from listening to like interviews that you've done and everything, it almost seems like this wasn't enough. Like of course you're still striving for more, but do you feel more hungry now that you have a taste of now you're a champion? There's three other belts out there. Like talk to me about that. Like, how do you feel after that win?
Yeah, so I'm definitely way more hungry after that. So like growing up, like I told you, all I do is watch boxing. Also, I like old school boxing. So all I do is just
Yeah,
study all these great fighters, when they became champion and stuff like that, like Gennaro Hernandez versus Floyd Mayweather, 21 years old.
yeah,
When he won, he cried and stuff like that. It's that emotion. So it's a whole lot of people. Marvin Hackley, he had hit his knees, even though the crowd was throwing bottles and cans and stuff like that at him. So I'm waiting on my big emotional feeling after I knocked him out and stuff, but it didn't hit me. The feeling that hit me was, okay, I'm 23 years old. I just won a belt. Um, Now all eyes on me. I feel like I'm looked at as the weak link, so I got to grow the fastest. I got to shut people up. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm that one that got to prove myself, or everybody else is just gifted to, oh, that's a bad boy. You get what I'm saying? So I actually love it though. Once again, like I said, I love having a chip on my shoulder. It's like having a camera watch you 24/7 on what you do. You can't do nothing stupid, right? You can't do nothing wrong. You on point.
yeah,
No matter
yeah,
how tired you is, you gotta hide that tiredness and keep doing exactly what you're doing at the same exact pace or even better. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I
yeah.
feel right now. I gotta just do more, more, and more. Matter of fact, the day I believe it was the very next day, it was either Sunday or Monday. I was going out to eat with my boy Najee in Hot Rod, but
Uh-huh.
Najee, he was trying to run 6 miles by himself that same day. I told him I'm still swelled up and everything like that. I said, let's do it. So boom, I ran 6 miles with him. Right after that, I was right back in the gym, training, hitting the bag and everything like that. So I didn't
Next
take
day?
the very next day. So
That's crazy.
I can't I can't take time off. The more time I'm taking off, the more time somebody putting in. So who putting more time in. I feel like the more time I put in, the better.
Okay, now I agree. I agree with you actually. And
Mhm.
so do you feel like Top Rank now that you're the champion, because they were building up Santillan to be the next, the representative WBO. Now, since you're the champion, do you feel like they're going to keep you busy enough, as busy as you want? How many fights do you really want? 2 to 3 maybe per year? Like, well, what's your desired number?
So, like I said, I miss the amateurs. I miss fighting. So,
Yeah, yeah. I know you're a fighter, man. Yeah, you're a fighter.
yeah. So one of my favorite fighters, James Toney, at one point, I think he was still the champion. He was fighting 5 times a year as a champion. I would love to do the exact same thing if I can.
Yep.
But I do not want to do the 2 fights a year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm still young, I recover fast, so I don't need the time to heal, relax, and stuff like that. I'm cool. Keep me
Yep.
active. That's what I need. I need to stay in the ring. Also, you've been seeing it lately. A lot of fighters, they'll take time off, fight once a year, once every 2 years, and they come back a little off. I don't want that
Yeah.
to happen to me. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, I just want to stay busy as possible.
Sometimes okay, so like with Top Rank, for instance, um, the other belts, who do we have? We have Mario Barrios at WBC, right? WBC.
WBC,
Stanionis is WBA,
WBA,
and
yeah,
then Boots is IBF.
IBF, yeah.
Okay, so those three are across the street, right? So
Hmm.
you're the only belt at Top Rank now. I know that there was talks maybe of Top Rank doing like a 5 versus 5 or something like that, which would be
Yeah.
dope. But realistically, since you just became their champion, do you think that, like, who do you think would be next for you? And then I'm gonna ask you, who do you want next for you? But who do you think in the stable? Okay, like let's say we stay within the stable at
And Top
147.
Rank.
Yeah, in Top Rank. Like, because your next fight is probably gonna be a defense, like maybe a defense, maybe a hopefully a homecoming soon. That would be dope actually.
Yeah,
A homecoming would
I
be
do
real
want
dope.
that, but in the stable, I don't really know because I believe regarding 147, it was just me and Giovanni pretty much. Like that, we were that 147 guy, so that's how I knew I was gonna fight him eventually. But
Right.
you do got Josh Taylor moving up, so it may be him. You see they mentioning Teofimo, so if he moves up, he got WBO at 40, so that would be WBO at 140 plus both sides of the Top Rank. That'd be an easy
Yep.
fight to make as well. But those are possibilities. But who do I want to fight next? I would like to have a unification fight. Any champion.
Right. Right. Okay. You know that the division 147, actually, that they would all be great fights. They would all be
Yeah.
great fights.
And,
I wanted to
you
bring
know,
up.
and real quick, in particular, um, I want Stanionis.
Okay.
Why? I feel like that'd be a very action packed fight, a fan
Yeah,
friendly fight. He coming to throw down. I coming to throw down, and let's see who got it.
I like that fight too, because yeah, he would come to fight, and he wouldn't lay down without fighting. It would definitely be
Yeah.
it would definitely be a show. I know Stanionis just he had a terrible time, like with the cancellations of with Virgil Ortiz, and
Yeah.
so he probably probably is just like you. He would love to fight, back and forth, but I know it's like
Hmm.
across the street. Now, what you said about Teofimo, um, Teofimo is looking to move up, I think. And
Hmm.
what did you think about his performance against Claggett? Were you impressed?
Not gonna lie to you, I didn't watch it, so I really don't have no opinion on
Okay, okay.
it.
Well, how about in general? What do you think about Tio? Well,
In
you're
general,
you're the champion now, and he's moving up. So, for you to, yeah. In general, what do you think about Teofimo?
I'm gonna take the fact that I'm a fighter out of it. So Tio, in general, I like him as a fighter. The reason why, look at what he do. He not scared of anybody. I
Yeah,
believe he was my age when he fought Lomachenko, 23 years old.
yeah. He
So
was young, man. He was real
you
young.
feel
Yeah.
me? So you can't call him scared. He fought Lomachenko, the guy everybody was scared of, and not only fought him, but he beat him. And then he fought he did the same thing at 140. He fought the man, Josh Taylor. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you can never say he's scared. Now if he moves up and fight me, I ain't got nothing but respect for dude. But now you in would be knowing I gotta do my thing.
Yeah.
I gotta get mine no matter what.
Do you think that his power translated from 135 to 140 when he took the switch, when he made the switch? What do you think about his power translation?
I was hearing people say that about his last fight, the Claggett fight, but
Yeah.
I heard Claggett was a big dude in general, so I can't really judge it on that fight. Even with Josh Taylor was a big dude, but he'll still, to me, he'll still hurt Josh Taylor. I don't think he just pressed the issue that much. I believe he could have stopped Josh Taylor. He just didn't have the extra oomph. So,
Uh-huh.
matter of fact,
Yeah.
Giovanni, they say he was supposed to be a killer and all that kind of stuff. I ain't felt nothing the whole fight.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Did you feel any power? Did you feel any nothing?
I ain't felt Nathan.
Did you did you go in there after seeing him fight, and when you got the call for the fight, because it was probably right, it was like it was pretty soon, I think, like from Boca Chica, right? And they
Yeah,
probably thought like, oh, look at this guy, he just got knocked down, he just got, this might be a walk in the park for Santillan. And what, you were
yeah,
negative what, $600? I mean, plus for
yeah,
$600 or something crazy like that.
yeah.
Do you, when you got that call, were you like, all right, I'm gonna become champion? Like before, like did you feel like that, like from seeing him fight in his past fights?
Yeah, immediately. So I was already training. I told you I just got dropped by Boca Chica. So I was
Yeah.
already back in the gym working, just like with the Giovanni fight. The very next day, I was back working in the gym again. And then my daddy called me while I was training, and he said, "Boy, look, you don't understand, but we got the biggest opportunity ever right now." I had a feeling he'll talk about Giovanni, but I said, "Give me like another hour. I'm working right now." He was like, "No, man, it's bigger than training." I said, "Nothing is bigger than training." So boom, I got done my
Woo,
workout.
you see that?
He
That's a
told
discipline. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me what it was. I was in the car driving. He told me what it was. I just got done working out. I pulled right up to the track to get me a run in just to get that out my system as well because I'm finna fight for a belt. I got to make sure I'm doing literally everything possible. So, um, I was definitely working my butt off for that one because, like you said, it was right after the
Boca
March
Chica
fight.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, so I seen how soon it was. They probably think I'm soft, all that kind of stuff. He'll work, of course. He'll dog. Congratulations to him, but now it's time to find out about B Norm. The South got something to say. I keep saying that.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, oh man, dude, I was just blown away by that performance. I can't even
Mhm.
express it anymore, man. It was just such a great performance. Now, real quick, I just want to rewind back to Teofimo. If he does come up to 147, do you think that Bob Arum would let that marinate, or do you think that maybe it would be like, okay, he's gonna be, he could challenge because he's is he the WBO super champion, so he could just challenge the champion?
I don't know nothing about that, but I know for a fact, like I said before, it's too easy to make. If you come 147, it's too easy to make. And we've seen his past record of going straight for the top dog. We've seen that. So um I'm a champion. Why wouldn't he go for me? So I feel like it's too easy to make. So it would be against me if he come up to 147.
And have you ever been in the gym with him? Have you ever been near him? Have you ever been able to size him up? Anything?
No, I ain't never seen him a day in my life.
Wow. Okay. Well, that would be an exciting one, man. That's actually one that I would definitely look forward to.
Yeah.
Teofimo,
Hope it can get done.
and then how about, okay? So how about who else? Josh Taylor, you said. Is there anyone else at 147 besides the belt holders that you would be interested in? I've heard you call out Conor Benn before, but now you're the champion.
Yeah, so now like I said, I'm looking back. I'm the champion now. So why am I looking back to somebody who ain't got nothing to offer me? So like I said, I'm really just looking for the belt fights. I don't care about the title defense or anything like that. Whoever I fight for the title defense or whatever, of course I'm gonna give that my all. But
Mhm.
right now, I'm not looking for a opponent for a title defense. If you get what I'm saying, I'm looking
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah. I feel you.
another champion. I'm looking for another championship fight. So
Yeah.
regarding calling out a name that's not a champion, I really don't have nobody. Like even the TOs and Josh Taylor, I don't care about y'all. You have nothing to offer me. You don't got a belt. I want a belt. That's all I want.
Okay. Okay. And talking about champions, have you been in the ring with any of the champions at your weight class, like just sparring in the past and things like that? Boots, right? You've been
Yeah,
you've been
yeah, I've been in with Boots.
And have you sparred him?
Yeah, I sparred him probably 4 or 5 times. I'm gonna say 4 times to be safe. I'm gonna say 4 times.
And was it like recently, or was it like in your like in the
No,
early days?
this was 2021. Yeah, 2021. Way back when.
Okay, okay. I mean, you've definitely improved, and he's definitely improved since then.
Yeah, yeah, big
How
time.
yeah, like how I mean, a tremendous amount probably. And without giving out too much, how was the sparring with him? Was it good work, or was it
It
competitive, or
it was great work. And that's all I can say. It was excellent work. I learned a lot sparring him, and that he also shout out to him as well. He actually cool people. Him and
yep?
his pops Bozy, they all cool
Both
people.
shout out to y'all.
Yeah. So we went up there a few times for sparring, even afterwards to spar other guys in the gym as well. Like it's Philly got a whole lot of sparring, so we love going out to spar.
Yeah,
Well, of course we can't go out there no more now. But
yeah, that's what I was
looking at the situation, we can't go out there no more now. But yeah,
yeah.
I learned a lot from sparring him and also the other guys in the gym as well. And I'm applying that to my game every day.
That's that's one that would be really exciting. Actually, that would probably be the most exciting
I
in
believe
the
so as
division.
well.
Honestly, what do you think about Mario Barrios in talks with possibly fighting Manny Pacquiao? Well, how do you feel about that for his belt? I think it might be. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Regarding him fighting Pacquiao?
Yeah, like just like in general, like you're one of the belt holders and you want to unify, and Pacquiao hasn't fought in many years. Do you feel like
Yeah.
it's like a fight that like yeah? How do you feel about just the fight in general?
So about the fight in general, Pacquiao, he just got pulled because he's the legend. He's Pac-Man. You get what I'm saying? So the
Yeah,
fact that he is getting a title shot after retiring and stuff like that for a smooth little minute, that's crazy. But once again, it's Pacquiao. He got pulled that nobody else got. He earned his stripes. So I'm not mad at it. I respect it. To be real with you. But actually, I think it'd be better if I fight Pacquiao because once again, who was he with? He was with Top Rank. Who am I with? I'm with Top
ooh,
Rank. Also, don't I got a belt? So I feel like that fight would be once again a whole lot easier to make. Makes more sense. But I feel like it should be me and Barrios instead, if anything.
right. I didn't even realize the top rank thing. That yeah, that's right. He was with top
Mhm.
rank, so that would be okay. Well, okay. So wait, we spoke about. Oh yeah. So as far as champions that like maybe I saw you in the gym with was it Alberto Puello
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Edwin de los Santos. What did you think about Puello's performance against Gary Antoine
Russell.
Russell? Yeah,
I think he did his thing. The boy's smart. I could definitely say that. He real crafty, real technical on everything he do. He got a special eye. I'm gonna definitely give that to him all day long. As you seen, Gary Russell, that's a bad boy himself. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Can't nobody ever
yeah.
deny that. But yet, this guy beat him. So that means he got to be a bad boy and even more special. You feel me? So, the boy, he bad. I got to give him all his props in the world.
So that's a 140. I actually, a lot of people thought that. I mean, there was a majority. Some people thought that Gary Antoine Russell won. Did you think that Puello got that fight? When it was going to decision, did you feel like did enough to pull it off?
Yeah, I think he won because I was looking at the shots that Russell was throwing. It was amateur shots, as in, of course they landing like it's nothing real. It's just little
Oh yeah,
touches. You get
like
what I'm saying?
little. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't stiffing them things up in there. He wasn't trying to make it count. So
Mhm.
that's what a dude was doing. He was, the overhand left. You see, he kept throwing that little thing, and he kept catching
Yeah,
Russell
yeah,
with it. So he was making his shots count, and also he wasn't throwing every now and then. He was working as well. So those little small shots, he was getting those off. Plus those big um
the big
shots that
overhand.
the judges can see, the crowd can see, like it's clear as day. So it was a very good fight, close fight, but I would have to edge it literally by one round towards my dude.
Well, and I actually thought that was impressive because what was he wasn't fighting for at least what was it maybe a year or something like that. So to come back for a
I
fight,
ain't even know that.
yeah, it was because there was something of I think he popped dirty. That's what it was. He popped dirty, and
Oh
then
dang, he done popped dirty.
yeah, popped dirty, and then he was suspended actually, and then this was his first fight back. So
Yeah.
that was something that I was like, wow, like I was surprised about. No, that's who you were fighting to get you prepared for Santillan, right?
I ain't gonna say that was my main sparring. That was my last sparring day. I did 6 and 6. I did 6 rounds with PUELLO, and then 6 rounds with Santos. So that
same
was
day, same time.
Yeah, back to back. But that's why I knew for a fact I was gonna win that fight. And also I was dead tired when I was sparring them because I got the whole training camp, no rest, anything like that. But I came in 6 and 6 with pretty much the champions. You get what I'm saying? So I know for a fact Gervonta, he couldn't rock with me.
Whew. Man, this conversation getting me pumped up, man. Like you made me want to just like no, honestly, just to hear you talk also at such a young age, bro. You're mature for your age, man. You're mature for your age.
Thank you.
For real, man. When I was 23, I was thinking about it. When I was listening to your interviews, I was thinking about what I was doing at 23, man. And no, God bless you, bro, because you gotta, you were raised by a great father, great family. Like I could see it. I could see it. It's you're a man before anything. Like you're a man. You know what I mean? Like
Thank you.
you're not a youngster. Yeah. No, for real, man. Father-son coaches. There's Tio and his dad. There's Boots and his dad. You and your father. Do you feel like you guys are gonna be a team forever? Like, talk to me about your bond with your father.
No, that's my dog. He definitely ain't finna go nowhere, no matter what. But the father-son duo as a whole, I feel like it's the best thing possible. Well, depending on how I'm gonna say how the father is. The reason why, because you got some fathers, they just like the tough man role, the man, like just throw yourself into a wall, some stupid stuff like rock'em sock'em robots. That's how some fathers take it. They take boxing as a tough man sport, not a thinking man sport. So luckily, I was blessed with the father who he tough, but also he's smart. We naturally tough. We know we work on stuff. My body can take it, anything you give me. But at the same time, I ain't just finna take stuff just because. So I feel like me and him is the perfect duo, no matter what. Also, I want to say this as well. I don't know why people hate on the father-son duo. For example, let's go to Bill Haney and Devin Haney. People hate Bill Haney because he support his son. They hate Bill Haney because he try to promote his son, talk to him. He liven him up. He up his son. What you want him to do? You want him to down his son, say his boy trash, just so. I think people need to look at it. People need to look at it as in if they was in a situation like if you are the father, what would you do? Just sit back and shut up? No, my boy winning all these fights and he making all this money. He doing this and the third. My boy bad. I'm finna up my boy no matter what. That is your seed. That is your. Get what I'm saying? That's what you raised. You got pride over what you raised, so you finna up it to the max. You get what I'm saying? So people need to respect that.
Of course. And I was actually gonna ask you, what do you think about Teofimo and his father? How do you feel about how his father represents him or speaks for him sometimes when he does?
It's the same thing with every other father-son duo. You see how big he up his boy. You get what I'm saying? Because once again, that's his dog. Danny Garcia, his daddy. Floyd Mayweather, his daddy, and his uncle. Me and my daddy. It goes on and on and on. Boots and his daddy. You get what I'm saying? So
Boots and his daddy,
if you just look at it, they take pride in their seed. And you can't hate that. It's theirs. They raised theirs to be at that point. Matter of fact, think about it like this. In the whole world, let's say you're not even number one. You're not even number one. You are top 10.
Yep.
In the whole world. Do you know how hard that is? But yet, my seed did that. You get what I'm saying? Top 10 in the whole world, my seed did that.
Like your dad must be proud of you, bro.
Yeah, so now that's top 10. Now imagine being number one. Hold up. You made your son a champion. All these fighters we were just saying, they are champions. You get what I'm saying? You can't help but talk. Do you know how hard it is to be a champion? You get what I'm saying?
I know, man. I know. It's like the road is crazy. That's why I
Yeah,
was so impressed when you're a champion at your ages. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
It's
Like,
If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's the reason why it's only a select few. It's the reason why y'all pay to watch top fighters because it's something that y'all can't fathom. It's something that it feel like y'all it's a hard thing to achieve. So it's like, dang, I can work to get to that level. You get what I'm saying? So now, of course, I did it or whatever, but who told me to do it? Who gave me the blueprint? Who gave me the recipe? Who told me to do
pops.
this and that and the third? You get what I'm saying? That's pops.
Yeah,
So now imagine you on the coach, you on the sideline. Let's go with football. You on the sideline, and all your plays are working. Every time you run the ball or whatever, you select the right running play, first
yeah,
down every time you touch the ball. You get what I'm saying? So just imagine
yep,
everything you
yep.
saying is working. You can't help but respect that.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you, man. You know, if I don't have any kids, but if I had a kid, that I would, it's like it's also like number one supporter, number like that's the only person that's, you know what I mean? Like no matter what, you slip, you fall, he's gonna be right there to pick you up. That's your father. You know what I'm saying? That's your
Big time.
pops. Like so, yeah. So I definitely have a special appreciation and love for the father son duo. I know some
Mhm.
people think that sometimes it hinders them from training or getting proper training or something, but I mean, look at what it did with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys
Mhm.
have a great mesh. And I wanted to also touch on, you see how you said like when your son is doing good, the father's there, and why wouldn't you want to lift him up? Why wouldn't you want to bring him up? Now let's take it the other way. When somebody talks bad about your son, and for instance, how do you feel about the commentary at Top Rank?
So now me personally, I don't be hearing it or whatever. Cause my daddy, he watched
Yeah,
the fights. He watched the fights first, and he tell me
yeah,
right now. He always tell me before he watch the fight, mute the fight before you watch it, and then go study it. So I study mine on mute and stuff like that. Cause also hearing certain things, it magically make you start
think,
thinking the same way they are thinking. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So he want me to have a clear mind when I go and watch this stuff. But as you know what Tim Bradley be saying on there. I don't know, but y'all see what everything he say. So even to that extent as well, just think about if somebody talking crazy about your child. You feel me? Nah, man, you got to come see me. You get what I'm saying? You got to come see me about that. So now if it's just
I,
regular criticism, that's cool. But taking it to the max, nah, come see me about that.
yeah. Sometimes the commentary is biased towards the favorite. I noticed a lot with with those type of fights. And did your father and Tim Bradley had a little talk, didn't they? Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? Can you tell us what it was about? And if not, I completely understand. But I know your father was definitely stepping up to the plate for you
Oh yeah,
because
big
you're
time.
his son.
So no, it's always just about how crazy he be talking. That's it.
Okay, okay. And are things good now between you guys, or
I wouldn't say that, but I'm gonna keep on winning. That's all I can say. I'm gonna keep on winning.
yeah, I wanted to see what the next fight is going to be. If who the commentary or what can possibly be said bad about you after these performances, or it just anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think that
Well, this is how I feel about it. I really don't care what anybody got to say if I keep winning. People
amen.
talk
I'm
bad
rooting
about
for you
Floyd
on it.
Mayweather. People talk bad. Back when Ali was fighting, they actually hated him. Now, of
Yeah,
course, in today's age, Ali looked at as this great fighter, the greatest of all time and stuff like that. But let's take it back when he was actually fighting. They did not like him. So
yeah, yeah,
I don't care what y'all got to say about me. Sooner or later, y'all just gonna say, all right, that boy bad. I can't help it. You feel me? So even with Floyd, like I said, they didn't like him. But even let's say you don't like Floyd outside the ring, no matter what, you can't say he wasn't
yeah.
that dude. You feel me? You gotta just say, "Look, I don't like him, but Floyd was a bad dude, man. I can't help that. So I'm just gonna keep on winning. That's all I'm gonna keep staying in the gym. Um, Whatever they
Keep
say,
giving people things to talk about, good things to talk about.
yeah. And then also, I actually love the criticism because I actually like to look at it and see is it actually a problem or are they just talking out the side of their neck? So look at it. Is it actually does it make sense or whatever? Okay, you ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. Okay, I did get dropped with that right hand because I was too cocky. I got you on that. I'm gonna go work on that. You feel me? Whatever the case may be. So stuff like that.
And how does social media affect you? Like, because I know that sometimes people say some harsh things on people on social media just think like they could just say anything in the world, you know, like sometimes. And how does that affect you? Does it get to you, like when people talk bad or talk down, or does it affect you in a good way when people talk great about you? How does media affect you as a human?
So
As a human.
no, as a human. So outside of boxing, just how I feel genuinely, it just make me laugh. I ain't gonna lie to you. So like I got a few DMs or whatever, people call me the N-word and stuff like that. And
That's
it made me
crazy,
laugh.
man.
But it made me
Crazy,
laugh
bro.
because what did I do to make you that mad? Like, you that
Right?
mad?
That's crazy. Like they literally took the time out their day to hop
Look,
on Brian Norman Jr. And
yeah,
that's crazy to me. Like, and
yeah,
people just think they could get away with shit like that nowadays. You know what I mean? Like back in
yeah.
the day, it was never like that. You know what
So
I'm
you gotta
saying?
say it face to face.
Yeah, it was never
Yeah,
like that. And now it's like I have a little nerd behind a keyboard saying the craziest shit, and then we
yeah.
can never find them. We can never find them.
So
But you know,
you actually just brought me to a whole nother point. We already talked about how people down talk to daddies. So now let's talk how big people down talk fighters in general.
yep.
Um, People saying why you didn't knock out this fighter or that fighter. I'm not even talking about myself, but why
Yeah,
didn't
just
you
in
knock
general.
out
Yeah,
this fighter or that fighter or anything like that? No matter how good, uh, let's say Tank, he goes the distance. He went distance with Pitbull Cruz, and people down talking him for going the distance. Pitbull Cruz is
yep,
another grown man that work his butt off. You get what I'm saying? He is another
yeah.
grown man who got the same goal to be a champion. You can't knock out everybody. You get what I'm saying? But you want to down talk people. Once again, those keyboard warriors who sit on the couch
I
eating
know.
chips and Twinkies and stuff with the fat stomach. If that was me, I would have did this. Boy, you ain't doing nothing. Once again, you don't know what it
I
takes
know.
to be up
We,
here. Go hit the
I
bag.
know. I see all the comments on
Yeah,
our shit too. I'm just like, yo, they fucking saying these crazy shit
yeah,
to people. It's like, yo, you probably never ain't even been in the ring, man. Like, these are
yeah.
champions right here that you talking shit about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so go ahead. How do you feel about that? Like,
No,
do
it's
you
just
feel?
even all that stuff. It's just funny to me. So like that's why I don't care what people say because I'm undefeated. So obviously something I'm doing is working to get me to this point. Now, of course, I'm not perfect, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna find out my mistakes and what I need to work on. I got that, but I'm still undefeated. I'm still training. I'm still doing what I do. I am not just set how I am right now. You get what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna stay like this forever. You feel me? You learn and
yeah.
you
You're not
grow.
complacent at all. This made you more
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah, you
Yeah,
feel me? You learn and you grow, so
I feel
therefore
you.
you get better. So that's why I really care what people say for it, because y'all just be talking. It's how fast people switch up. Once again, back to Devin Haney because I love what they do. Um, if you
Oh,
remember
you
right
know
after the
that
pro,
switch up.
yeah, right after the Pro Graves fight, man, he was the baddest man on the planet. He could knock out Tank,
Yeah,
not just beat Tank. He could knock out Tank. That's what everybody was saying. He moved up to 140. Now he got the power back. Now he got this. What the what? He dropped Pro Graves. You feel me? All that kind of stuff. One fight later versus the a drunk Osterrain 3 pound over the weight limit. Um, Brian Garcia. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, and also he kept getting back up and coming to fight. Y'all ain't gonna respect that? Y'all ain't gonna respect his heart. Y'all just gonna say
Yeah,
he the trashiest fighter ever. He need to retire. He'll never be that. He'll whoop, whoop. But they just straight down talking him. Just one fight before he was that dude. One fight later, he was nobody. And ain't nobody really caring about what Ryan Garcia got going on with the Osterrain stuff, anything, because only because he beat David Haney. He get a pass. Like, come on now. Like, let's be real deal. Imagine if that was your boy in the ring, not even son, just somebody you cool with, and he went
yeah.
up against all the odds and everything like that Ryan Garcia got going on. And y'all saying y'all talking this crazy about what did he do to once again, just like with me in the N-word stuff, what did Devin Haney do to make y'all that mad? Now let's go. Devin Haney himself, he ain't do nothing. Now, of course, his daddy talk crazy or whatever, but guess what? He got y'all watching. He promoting his
Oh yeah.
boy. He got y'all watching him. That's all
He's a
that
great
he
promoter.
wanted.
Yeah,
No matter what, this all a business.
Yeah,
What we
yeah,
on? I'm on the phone right now. A phone costs money. I'm in the house right now. This costs money.
yeah,
So
yeah,
once again, you hate to say it, but the word revolves around money. And guess what? By
yeah.
y'all watching, he is getting paid. So why you hate Devin Haney? That's my only thing. He don't the boy, he work his butt off. He don't really talk that crazy. Like if you actually watch him himself, he don't talk
You
that
don't talk.
crazy. He
Yeah,
just be out there working. If you do talk to him, he actually talk real low. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He
yeah.
be
I
laid
noticed
back
that.
chilling. You feel me? His daddy be the one who, just like me and my daddy. His daddy be the
It's
one
like
who
the
up there.
voice.
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But guess what he doing? While his daddy out there talking, same thing with my daddy. We out there working, we in the field, we running, whatever it may be. So
stuff that
that's why
people
I don't,
that we don't see, like the
yeah,
public doesn't see, like the hard work. Like.
yeah.
Hmm.
So once again, I don't know what they hating on. Like, once again,
Do
these
you?
some people, I'm gonna say some of the people out here be broke saying all this stuff, whatever. But this man, he done worked himself up to be a champion, undisputed champion. I don't care if y'all saying George Kambosos is trash. George Kambosos is a was a champion at the time as well. Once again, it's very hard to be a champion, no matter what you say.
Yeah,
George Kambosos is a dog, and it ain't easy to get up there. You feel me? So,
yeah.
um, people just need to respect fighters more. That's how I be looking at it. But since that's how y'all want to, since that's how y'all want to play it, y'all saying forget us or whatever. That's why now I live by forget them. You feel me? Everybody who talking all crazy, y'all don't know what we go through. We hold up. The thing is, they look at us like we just a TV character, like we just perfect, like we like can't nothing. Like
Like not
we
human.
can't,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
we not human no more. You get what I'm saying? We are not human no more. No, we are just like y'all. We got cravings like discipline. It's the reason why discipline is what every great fighter, forget fighter, every great person ever says is because we got all those urges and stuff just like y'all. It's just that we don't act on them just like y'all. That's the only difference. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's
Uh-huh.
why I just saying y'all need to respect these fighters more. Y'all don't know what it takes, all the running we doing, all the hard work we doing, all the business stuff that mess our head up or whatever. But yet again, we gotta come in stone face. All y'all talking crazy. We gotta ignore all of that. We got to come into the gym all happy and cool. Yeah, I'm finna go knock out this guy again and stuff like that. That's what we gotta do. But y'all just sit back and talk and just, you know what I'm saying, doing y'all whole little thing while sitting down
Yeah,
doing nothing. You feel me?
yeah.
So that's why I don't really care what folks got to say. I'm still out here doing my thing.
You know what? That's really good because in a day and age when social media is such like, like almost now, it almost seems like social media is like a status. Like if you have like more of a following, that in turn will give you a bigger purse, because you have more of a following, more eyes and things like that. Now, back in the day, there was never any social media. So now like fighters, sometimes not even only fighters, but like anyone famous or anything, they show the public always good stuff, like no,
Mm-hmm.
social media is always good. Like, and it's not real life. You know what I mean? Real life is the struggles that you guys go through, the emotions that you guys feel from what people, you know what I mean? So it's actually really good that you're 23 and you don't let any of this stuff phase you. Because I know some
Mm-hmm.
people, actually some fighters personally, that it
Yeah,
really gets to them. You know what I mean? It really gets to them.
yeah.
Like it hurts the feelings type of thing. Like, and I feel bad. Like sometimes, like, when I'm looking at my comments, sometimes we get hundreds of comments. You know what I mean? And I see like sometimes they just ripping apart. Like, for instance, what do you think about Canelo's announcement yesterday against Berlanga?
I can't defend you on this one, man. I don't know if I can defend you on this one. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, McGill, you cool with
Munguia
that. You
was a
know what I'm
fight.
saying?
Yeah.
McGill, bad boy. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But Lango, shawty, like, come on now, dog. I don't know about that one. But I got time anyway. Let's go. Let's take it back to what you were just saying about the social media stuff.
Yep.
Now it's time to get on these fighters. So Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people love Floyd Mayweather, me included, but they don't love Floyd Mayweather the work ethic of Floyd Mayweather. They like the look of Floyd Mayweather. They love what he looked like,
Glitz
all
and
the
glamour.
diamonds. He
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
crazy. He real, you know what I'm saying? They love that.
Yep,
But they
yep.
don't know about them late nights when he was running in Tim's or whatever, coming from the club in the jeans and stuff like that. They don't know nothing about that. So even a lot of fighters I see, even them, like you just said, today's age is all about social status, social media. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I personally seen some fighters come into the gym, lace their boots up. Hey B, record this real quick. I record them. They got their video for the day. Take this stuff right back off, post it, and just start talking to everybody. Like, dang. And guess what? Got a whole bunch of followers and stuff like that. So it just like it hurt my spirit. It's because like I love boxing, like the real deal beauty of boxing. But you just out here faking the funk. So it hurt my spirit. So like even with me, if you see on social media, I don't post that much. I'm trying to change that now because you got to adapt to today's age. It's all about being in front of those cameras, posting more and stuff like that. But I personally hate it because it's feel like every time a camera come out, like my dad, he be trying to record me. Every time a camera come out, it feel like I'm not doing it for the love of the game. I'm doing it for just for show. You get what I'm saying? So I personally don't be liking it, but I'm trying to force myself out of it. I'm working on it because you got to promote yourself. Once again, it's all about money. It's all about business. How many followers you got? How many butts can you put in seats? That's all it's about.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Now back to all these fathers or whatever. Look at what gets the most views. Regular stuff or people talking crazy. Drama.
Controversy.
Exactly.
Drama,
for example, me talking or whatever, I'm very respectful. I'm very wild. So people wouldn't watch that, but I spit a lot of game, so people would like my interviews because I spit game. But besides that, I'm real low,
that's what I actually
real
thought. I
chill,
think you spit
I'm
crazy
real
game,
humble. Yeah, but then you go to my daddy, he got a whole bunch of views on all his interviews because he yelling at everybody, he screaming, he talking. Oh, he the crazy man. You get what I'm saying? But it got views. You get what I'm saying? It got views. It's what people want to see. It's the reason why all those drama shows are big. They got the most stupidest thing ever, but it's entertaining. That's all people want. They want entertainment. And regular stuff is not entertaining. We want to see something crazy. We want to see somebody get drop kicked, elbow dropped, anything. We just want to see something. Yeah. You feel me? So
something to make our
talk
ears
about.
point up.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think that's why people love what Ryan Garcia got going on so much, even though he did all the drugs and stuff like that. They love the fact that he's different. Even though some people down talking or whatever, which I think is the right thing to do, but even still, he is something to watch. He crazy. What would Ryan Garcia do next? What would he say next? What's his next move? Oh snap! He said this about snap. You get what I'm saying? So no matter what, people love drama, controversy. People love different. If you are normal, you are not watched. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you got to be different. You can't work like a normal person work, even boxing wise, to make it to the great status. You can't be a normal fighter like. Would you say Tank is a normal fighter?
I wouldn't say Tank is a normal fighter. No.
Would you say Canelo? Forget the fact that he fighting Berlanga. Would you say that he a normal fighter?
No, I wouldn't say he's a normal
Get what
fighter.
I'm saying? The best of the best, they are not normal fighters. They don't have a normal work ethic. People, Kobe Bryant, they said Kobe Bryant was throwed off and he was crazy simply because he knew what he wanted. And he said, I'm finna work and get what I want. You get what I'm saying? He just worked his butt off. You feel me? And that's my idol. My idol is Kobe Bryant. He literally spent probably 10 hours a day just training. That is crazy to me, even to me. So that's
I
my
saw
goal.
a great documentary when he joined the Dream Team. And
The Redeem Team.
The Redeem Team. Yeah, that was a great documentary, man. When he said everybody was coming back from the club and he was literally waking up to go to the gym and everybody was just getting back at that thing, how disciplined he was and everything, and how he literally joined that team because from the previous year, he was just like, man, this is not what, somebody needs to represent us. Somebody needs to take control of this team. And dude, that was a great documentary right there. So I understand what you're saying between, kind of normal fighters, or I forgot the word you said, normal fighters or
those special fighters.
Special fighters. Yeah, they're special fighters.
Even with Kobe, he said it himself. He is not super fast. He not super strong. He not a super vertical. He nothing about him is special. But he said, with that being said, therefore I gotta make it up by doing more than the average person. Even the average good basketball player, I gotta do more than them. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta be uncommon amongst the uncommon. You gotta have those crazy people saying, no, that man is crazy. Now, you get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah, he got
What do you
all
think?
this regular stuff about him, but yet, to me, he is the second greatest basketball player ever, behind Michael Jordan. And you see how great Michael Jordan is. Are you right there under Michael Jordan? You ain't got nothing like Michael Jordan, as in strength, speed, size, vertical, nothing. Straight work ethic.
Yeah, straight work ethic and discipline, honestly, and just how
Mm-hmm.
he carried himself as someone to look up to. Also, I feel like he was a
Yeah.
great role model. That's something that I feel like when people listen to your interviews or even this interview, that's kind of like what made me feel like I was like, man, this guy got a good head on his shoulders. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
you
I
speak you
appreciate that.
speak it.
Yeah.
No, for real, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not even just you know I feel like you speak intelligently and you speak
Mm-hmm.
from knowledge and experience. And a lot of 23-year-olds don't speak from knowledge and experience. They speak
Mm-hmm.
about things that they've heard or things that they've read or things, because there's, you know what I mean? But with you, I really feel like that was something that I think I listened to a Mill City boxing interview and then an Everything boxing
Yeah.
interview I think I listened to. And both of those, it was like gems that you were spitting. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, this guy this might be his second lifetime, maybe, or third
Yeah,
lifetime. Like
a
he
lot of
done
people
lived that
say
shit.
that.
Yeah, live that shit already. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You was spitting gems that I was like,
Yeah.
man, I was tuned in. I was tuned in the whole time. I didn't even take that one break because I was like, man, I genuinely enjoy listening to this guy speak. So I
Yeah.
think that honestly, I think that you said like you're starting to get into the media now or get like
Mm-hmm.
more yeah, just more I
More in front
guess
of the camera.
accessible. Exactly. Or
Yeah.
even accessible to the fans, because I know that there's a lot of fans
Mm-hmm.
that probably reach out to you now and things like that. So the more following you get, I feel like your message is going to be different than a lot of fighters. Your message is going to be a lot of people are going to pay attention because you demand that attention from how you speak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're not talking shit. You haven't talk shit about anybody yet, and I've been just waiting, hoping like I could just get a viral little clip here.
Oh, that ain't
you
me.
know?
I can't say this. You're gonna have a whole lot of viral clips if you talk to my daddy. A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we need to set something up, man. Because
Yeah.
no, but honestly, with you, I feel like everyone is going to pay attention because of how you present yourself, and that's really important in this day and age, man. And I think you're doing a great job, bro. And I hope to see you like on a stage like with Turkey Al Sheik. What do you think about Turkey Al Sheik and what he's doing for boxing?
Man, I love what he's doing. So like I said, I love the beauty of boxing. One thing I hate about pro boxing, this is why actually I really don't like it, pro boxing in particular, it's all once again money based.
Yeah,
It's all about show and stuff like that. They ain't amateur boxing. Well, when I was in it, the phones, the social media stuff, it wasn't as big. So it was strictly, I'm just coming in. I'm from Georgia, but let's say I'm in Kansas City fighting somewhere for a tournament. I don't know you, you don't know me, but we finna throw these things. You get what I'm saying? So
yep,
that's how
absolutely.
amateur boxing was. But now as a pro, if you're a top fighter, I'm a top fighter. Let's say we can get 5 million. But just because I feel like being the booty hole, I don't want 5. I want 10. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we see that all
Turkey,
the time.
yeah, Turkey, he like, you know what? I got that 10 for you. Let's make it happen. So
Yeah,
so that's what I like about him. He's taking it back to we gonna make this thing happen. No matter what. I got money to throw. I don't care about none of that. Y'all two for the fight though? Let's do it. You said you about it. Show me. So he got the
yeah,
money. He got the money. You got the ability to throw them things or whatever. Now we can make this thing happen. Now, as you've been seeing all that different side of the street stuff, for some reason, it don't matter no more now. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
None of that really matter. I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't
Money.
matter. It's all about it's all about that paper. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he got that paper.
Even weight classes, to be honest. It doesn't
Yeah,
even matter about weight classes. It's just like, yo, if you guys can be now, let's say so you 147. After your main goal is to collect all the belts at 147, right?
yeah.
What what do you think without looking past that, of course? What do you think would be next for you? Are you gonna stay at 147 or do you want to eventually move up to 154?
54. I think I'm gonna end my career like 160. My daddy
Yeah,
fought
you're
at
still young.
68. Yeah, my daddy fought at 68, so I may try to push it to 68 as well. So like you see what Terence Crawford doing, he started at was it 35?
Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
Or was
And
it
he
30?
going
Yeah,
all the
30
way up.
or 35.
and he going all the way up to 54. So I may do the same thing, you know, put some weight on me, put some muscle on me, and then go up to 68 eventually. I think I might do that. I think I know for a fact 160 will happen eventually, but 168, that's gonna be me having to get on the weights and try to get all big and stuff.
Now, do you see like how so Teofimo, he wants to move up, but he wants to move up and face, you know, there's talks about him wanting to fight Terence Crawford. Do you think that that would be a competitive fight with him moving up like that? And I guess it's the same thing what Crawford would do if he ever fought Canelo. It would be the same kind of movement, you know, moving up and things like that. Now, for you, two questions. Do you think that Teofimo versus Crawford would be a competitive fight? And do you see yourself wanting the big stage like that, you know, maybe Turkey Al Sheikh? I would love to see you in Saudi. But and he loves your style, you know. He loves the brawling style. He loves knockouts. He loves, you know what I mean. So I think you're definitely going to appeal to him 100%. And I'm sure you're on his radar. I'm sure. But what do you think about Teo versus Crawford?
So Teo versus Crawford. Teo still the top. No matter what, top fighters are top fighters. Forget weight classes. Top fighters are top fighters. So I believe like the first 2 or 3 rounds is going. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be Teo doing his thing, but it's gonna be a little back and forth. You know, Crawford still trying to find him because also since he's smaller, he's a little bit quicker. Teo's style as is, he's very athletic, explosive and stuff like that. So Crawford got to get his timing down. So I believe right after he finds his timing, Crawford a great fighter, but not just a great fighter. He a big dude versus Teo. So I feel like after that 4th round, it won't be a close fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. After that, now.
And you think Crawford would take that fight by what in what fashion?
TK, I'm gonna say TKO, not knockout. Because I feel like Teo mind state will be too strong to get knocked out. Like he gonna keep getting back up. So TKO.
Okay. And then what do you think if Crawford were to move up and face Canelo down the line? How do you think that fight would play out?
Now with that one, I'm gonna go with Crawford, but
Ooh, okay.
Because he real crafty in everything he do. I call it wrestle boxing. If you look at the way Duran fought, he don't just punch you. He don't just punch you. He move your arms out the way. But also, it's not just about being strong, because strength, even with wrestling, strength, okay, is cool, but it's also about finesse. So you got to be able, like me, I can spar heavyweight right now, which I have before, not just straight finesse they body the whole time. They get mad at me on how my little tail can move them around. I ain't got to go right up against you. Matter of fact, me and my daddy, sometimes we play around with each other. And he like to go straight forward at me. I'm not finna do that. You're going to win that battle every time. But I know how to use your momentum against you. So Crawford, he been in the game for a long time. He actually was a wrestler and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you've seen that as well. I feel like he'll be able to finesse some things. And even on the outside, let's say if he want to box him, I know for a fact he got better feet than Canelo. And like I said, Canelo my dog, but Crawford a bad boy. So I'm about to go with Crawford on that. Regarding who gonna win off rip, I'm going with Crawford, unless Canelo just hit him with one of those punches. But if he don't get hit one of those punches, I got Crawford all the way.
And you think it's just gonna go to decision, split decision, unanimous decision?
Yeah, me personally, I say decision. I know people saying Crawford can stop him. I believe he can stop him as well. But just like with Teo, with Crawford, Canelo's head to be too strong to get knocked out or anything like that. But also he a big boy. So he not finna get stopped. I don't think so.
Okay.
But
how do you think
if Crawford stop him, he better than Floyd, he better than whoever you can say at this point.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, is that a fight that you would be interested in down the line? You know, at 154, if he's still at 154, you versus Crawford.
Crawford, man, I'm down to 7 ring with anybody, man. You know me.
Yep, absolutely. Have you ever done any work with Crawford?
Yeah, I sparred Crawford one time, also back in 2021 as well, and I sparred. So champion wise, I sparred those 2 guys you were talking about, Boots, Crawford, and Tank. And just with all those guys, all of them was great work and stuff like that. So that's what made me know for a fact, okay, I'm supposed to be here. This is my level. But also, every great fighter got a little bit more. And what I mean by that is I go to the gym today and have a back and forth sparring session with nobody that nobody knows. But he going to a fight and he can lose, get knocked out, whatever the case may be. The only reason why is because he don't fully believe in the championship mindset. Like that's why I be trying to tell people it's really a mindset thing. I can go to the gym right now and get toe up. Not talking about just straight dog walk right now as we speak. You get what I'm saying? But when fight day comes, for some reason, my head on too straight, you can't stop me. No matter what. That's my whole mindset. You not stopping me. I'm coming. Whatever you got, I got more. You feel me? So that's the only mindset thing people don't have. They don't have that craziness in them. They don't have that, okay, you may be better than me for the first 2 or 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I'll give you a whole 5 rounds. You may be better than me, all that, but just know you're gonna get tired. I'm gonna trust my process. I'm gonna plant these seeds. I'm gonna go to the body. I'm gonna keep cutting that ring off. I'm gonna beat you here. I'm gonna make you think too much. So eventually you just gonna get tired. You're gonna start sitting still. You're gonna sit in the corner, which is where I want you at anyway. And then now you're mine. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta have that faith and belief in yourself to do that. A lot of people don't have it. They are gym warriors. You get what I'm saying? Because in the gym, win or lose, it don't matter. So when that pressure is off your head, you'll do whatever you want to do. But when you realize when you that cool, that's when you at your best. So now imagine you was just as cool in the real fight. You're finna be at your best as well. So that's what a lot of people just got to get in their system.
Gems, bro. Oh my God, you're dropping gems, bro. You're dropping gems, bro. So, okay, so when you were in there with these guys, who you were 20 years old, right? That's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years old. How much did you weigh back then?
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
How is Tank's power back then, 3 years ago? Like, you know, everybody talks about his power. Is it a different type of power, or you know?
Yeah, so I'm not a real good judge on regarding hurts, like actual ow pain. I'm not like it hurts you just like I'm not real good judge of that because I don't be caring. But I can say for a fact his punches are a whole lot more stiff than other people. So I'm gonna go by stiffness of the shot that made me, have to sit real quick. Okay, push me back or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna give him that all day long.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the crazy part, the two guys who hit the stiffest to me was him and Edwin, 135. Both two 135 pounders. Or did Edwin move up?
No, but no, it was 135 still. Yeah, I believe he's still at 135.
So the crazy part, the two people who hit me the best was Edwin and Tate regarding how the punch feel. It was them two.
Wow. Okay. You know, and we didn't really get to see Edwin. You know, with his last fight against Shakur, we didn't really get to see all of the stuff that he worked in the gym that fight. You know, now, what do you think with Loma? With Loma dropping out of the negotiations with Tank, how do you think a fight with Tank and Shakur would play out?
I got Tank. I feel like the first few rounds, Shakur gonna be doing this thing, boxing and moving. But I feel like I was watching the Frank Martin fight back. I didn't peep this. I didn't peep it live when I was watching it, but I just rewatched it again. Okay, Frank was winning those early rounds, but to me, he wasn't fighting his fight. He was just trying to fight Tank off of him. If you get what I'm saying, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, I do understand what you're saying. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
He wasn't strategically saying, "I'm finna do this right here. I'm finna." No, he was just back up off me, man. Chill. All right, man, move. Stop. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like Shakur, you see what he been doing his last few performances. He is not a outgoing guy that much. So I feel like the fact that Tank gonna be there and also if you seen the whole fight, Tank was right there the whole time. He just kept pressing Frank. Okay, you winning the fight, but you're not winning it here. You're gonna crash eventually, no matter what. If I keep pressing you, how much can you take? And I don't think Shakur can take it either. Also, with the way Tank gonna be coming at him, like I said, the early rounds, I think Shakur gonna be winning them. I'm gonna give him 6 rounds, and then right after 6, Tank gonna take over, and then eventually Tank gonna do his thing.
Oh, that's a good assessment right there. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
because I didn't really think about that with Frank. Frank probably in the back of his mind always had it like, okay, when is this super shot coming, or when is this, when is
yeah.
this left uppercut coming? Like in the back of his mind, it was all like how you said, it was kind of like fighting him off, like, okay, it wasn't really
Hmm.
fighting his fight where it was like, okay, I'm in control, I'm the one that's going to make him think. It was more like he was thinking about what Tank was going to do. So
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay,
And
so
then
all in
I was,
all,
I was
uh-huh,
real quick. I was actually going for Frank in that fight because I love the whole story behind it. You know, the underdog. And then you see it in his eyes. He wanted real bad. It reminded me of
yeah,
my Giovanni fight. Everybody against me, but I'm finna show y'all something. So I was actually going for Frank fights simply because of I seen it in his eyes on how bad he wanted and stuff like that. But when fight time came, did you see how flinchy he was?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I ain't forget the weigh in. I seen that the weigh in. To me, that's cool. I mean, somebody do this to you, and
yeah, and then you
tension.
flinch.
Look, yeah, tension's hot. What you think you finna just sit here like this? No, I ain't finna go to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
but in
You're
the
gonna
in the actual
take a move.
fight,
Yeah,
yeah, in the actual fight, he was more flinchy than he should. Like he was too worried. Like he'll, all that kind of stuff. Like there's a difference between trying to get out the way and being flinchy. To me, he was flinchy instead of trying to get out the way.
yeah. I'm gonna watch that fight back because that, exact. Even like how you just like put up your hand, I just envisioned like the exact.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was more like of a
Mhm.
timid, like flinch type of like
Yeah.
defense. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just like
Like,
moving as
please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Other than that, man, I think that's what I got for you today, man. Yo, I
Got you, bro.
appreciate you, bro. Yeah. No, this was
Appreciate
a
you,
great
man.
conversation. Honestly, is there anyone that anything that you want to shout out, or anyone that you want to like, any of your socials or any of your merch or anything, or
So regarding me, you can catch me on Instagram, officialb.norman. But for all my shout outs, I want to shout out my pops first, so I wouldn't be here without him. I got his name and everything like that. That's my dog. I'm a day one, you feel me? But even
absolutely.
besides him, I gotta go with my management team, my boy Adrian, AC, Jolene Mazone, both of them, that's uncle and auntie right there. And then my people at Top Rank, man. Shout out to Bob Aram. I'm a champion now. I ain't got nothing to complain about.
Oh man, dude. Congratulations, bro, on an excellent performance, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the ring next. No opponent yet, right? No opponent as of yet.
No, no, nothing just yet. But we can't sit still though. We started working. In my next fight, I'm trying to have a drastic difference. People was excited with my last fight. I'm cool, but that was the past. People don't care about what you did in the past. They care about what you're doing today. So I want to make the day of my fight. I want to be a whole nother person.
God bless, man. Yeah, dude, this was a great